James Barnes and Pedro Falcão in the bantamweight division. Both guys do have very, very solid jiu-jitsu games. I believe both guys have black belts in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. James Barnes being the much taller, lengthier guy, and the striking is literally just looking at point strike, 1-2 at range, leg kick, body kick, and just point strike. He's not going to really try to put himself in too much danger. He's going to use that height, use that reach, stay at range, and try to win a decision in the striking. The grappling edge, I would say, goes to James Barnes in terms of the submission game, as he does have 11 submission wins on his record. Pedro Falcão does have very good grappling as well, but I would say he's more of the wrestler in the fight because he's going to be a lot smaller, a lot less lengthy than James Barnes. He's got a lot stronger than James Barnes as well. So the game of Pedro Falcão right here, the way I see Pedro Falcão actually winning the fight would literally be to go out there, use that smaller frame of 5'4" tall, throw some really powerful shots on the feet, close that distance of 5'8" to 5'4", just come forward with pressure and volume and throw some really powerful shots on the feet and mix in some takedowns. I believe the grappling is very even. Again, I'm giving the advantage to James Barnes just because he's just a very slightly better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. But if Pedro Falcão can go out there, get the takedown, and just defend the submission while landing a little bit of ground and pound, I can see him using that to win the fight. So the wrestling is there for Pedro. The power is there from Pedro. The volume is going to be very even. But because Pedro and James Barnes are so even on the feet, and the fact that I think Pedro will be able to sustain himself on these submission attempts from James Barnes, take down James Barnes over and over again, and ground pound on top while not getting submitted, I believe that Pedro Falcão should be able to win the fight by a decision. James Barnes has 14 wins, 4 losses. If you look at how many of those are by knockout, a head kick knockout right there, second round doctor stoppage, and then a first round knockout to AJ McKee Jr. of all the people right there. Pedro Falcão does have a good shot of going out there and getting a knockout, as 5 of his wins are knockouts. It's very tough. If James Barnes is going to win, it's going to be a submission on bottom, maybe a triangle, maybe an armbar, maybe he reverses position and gets a rear naked or something like that. But the main way I see James Barnes winning would be a submission. The main way I see Pedro winning, I'm going to say he's going to be a decision because he's just going to be ground and pounding. I don't think he knocks out James Barnes in the striking per se because of that high-end reach, but he's going to put on the pressure on the feet, mix in the takedowns, and win the fight by decision. Not to mention he is going to be the bigger fighter in the 145-pound division, moving to the bantamweight division. So there's so many factors going towards Pedro Falcão winning the fight. So my prediction right here in the bantamweight division is going to be Pedro Falcão winning that fight by a 30-27 decision. Really good fight in the bantamweight division right there.